Hey everybody, and welcome to my in5 series where I cover a topic in about 5 minutes. I know I've done some videos on how to control the P-6 from the OPZ and the MPC. I've been having a blast doing it from the Dirtywave M8 here. I've got the MIDI out from TRS cable going into MIDI in on the Roland P-6, and I've got audio out going to audio in on the Dirtywave M8. I couldn't quite figure out how to get the screen oriented, so I'm going to do my best to explain what I'm doing. Hopefully you can kind of read it if you choose to zoom in or if you've got a high-res display, but it's not too hard to get this to work. Effectively, what I'm going to do here is just do my usual create 10 through 40 on each track so that on the Dirtywave M8, I just have some tracks ready to go. And I'm just going to go shift over, create a 4-bar loop, nothing exciting. We're going to skip the phrase, and I want to create a instrument. And this time I'm going to go do a external instrument. This does two things. One, it allows me to send MIDI out, and it will also open up the input so that I can hear the sound coming basically from here back into the M8. So this will allow me to kind of do some programming. A couple of things we want to do. I'm going to go change this so it's just going out over MIDI. Personally, I do this just so that if I do in the future want to use the USB, I think I will. I got a couple ideas for how I might add one more device into this setup, but if I want to use USB, I want to keep them separate so I'm not sending MIDI signals out to both. Secondly, I need to go set to channel 15 because I want to use the A channel so that I can use whatever the currently selected instrument is to send MIDI to it. Now, with that said, I can start sending audio over. It's a little quiet. Let's, well, now we're overdriving it. Trying to just get that set up correctly. Let's go to volume here and get the output a little bit louder. All right, hopefully that's good enough for you to hear, or at least at negative 20 dB. So should be able to hear this. Okay, so I can now go in and program out. Actually, let's do a more interesting set of drums here. So I want this to be N. So basically, using nth, I can program this to go every fourth time through the loop. And what I'm going to do now is create a snare track. So we're just going to go arrow over, double tap edit so I can create a new pattern. Just fill that in, and we're going to go snares. And you might be wondering, like I am wondering, why is this not sending a snare? I probably did something wrong here. Oh, right, I forgot. Let me arrow back over. The reason why we're doing this is because these need to be C6, not C4. We'll just fix that. It's basically what happens on the P6 is anything below C6 just gets re-triggered in this keyboard auto channel mode as a C6, and you have to work your way up higher. I just spaced it for a second, but we're now back in business. Let's go back over. We want snare, not hat. So now we've got kicks and snares going. We can come in and do some fun stuff like program in some hi-hats, rim shots. And then here I want to do a retrigger. I want this to be more like a roll on this last one. So I'm just going to go retrigger. And we need to set some ticks. We're going to do 3 ticks. So basically what it's going to do is each of the 16th notes is 6 ticks. So with a setting of 3, we're going to get a couple extra hits there. I could even do something like this, which is where we start getting fun with the M8 sequencer, is I can randomize this. So we can do RNL, which basically is going to say whatever's on the left, we're going to randomize. So we don't want to randomize that. We want to randomize the rolls. And what I basically set it to is it's going to go from 0 to 3. So sometimes you're going to hear like super crazy rolls. There you go. So we can just drop in all this kind of like flavor. Like I can even come in and on the, let's say on the kicks, we want a ghost note to happen. Whoop, gotta set it to the right note. Let's just put in a few here. And let's say I don't want these to always trigger. I can come in and go chance, and then we can say, I don't know, let's go 33% chance. So I'm going to copy this, and I still think this is too loud for a ghost note. Let's turn it down. So you're going to hear like that ghost note come in from time to time, but it's randomized. Now, this is all, it's okay. The reason why I would say, like anybody that's got the M8, they're gonna be like, why don't you just sample these samples, have them in the M8? And I would say, this is where you can start doing fun stuff. I can just start programming in or playing some different sounds here. And just start like really messing up the sound in ways that would be harder to do. Like I can just drop in the filter or come in, hold MFX, say on vinyl for a minute, throw on some compression, some vinyl, some filtering. I could do that really quick. So like as a performance tool, like I can definitely see and understand why you might want to offload some of these different sounds onto a different device. Like the P-6, I mean, it's a little bit bigger than the M8, but I'd say it offers a lot of extra functionality and things that you couldn't do. And a lot of this stuff that you can do on the M8 with the tracker and for programming are things that you just can't really do very easily in the patterns for the Roland P-6. So I don't know if that helps anybody else out, but I mean, I'm going to keep playing around with these two. I think they are a blast to play together, and I've been having a ton of fun doing it. So I'll keep doing it and kind of see where things go. But next up, I'll probably show you how to record some of these things as you start goofing around and getting some new sounds and loops back into the M8 to work with. Anyway, everybody, thanks for stopping by. Keep making music, keep having fun. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good. And peace.